Here's why you shouldn't buy the right-wing BS about privatizing Social Security. My friend Ann Kim, a contributing editor at Washington Monthly, just did this great short video that exposes a bunch of malarkey coming from PragerU and their right-wing allies about replacing Social Security with a bunch of private accounts. What's amazing is that this is truly one of those zombie political ideas that you simply can't kill off no matter how hard you try. George W. Bush tried this exact idea 20 years ago, and it blew up in his face because it turns out the whole idea is a bunch of fuzzy math hogwash. But now it's back, and Ann does a great job in just about 3 minutes of showing exactly why. So check out this video. Don't forget to subscribe here at Cliff's Edge and to Ann's work over at Washington Monthly on YouTube. And hold on until the very end, because I have one extra bonus thing to add on to Ann's video that's another great way to blow up the right-wing Social Security nonsense.
You've probably heard that Social Security is going broke. You may also have heard the argument that the right way to fix Social Security is to privatize it by giving everyone private accounts. Here's a recent clip from the uber-conservative PragerU explaining how this would work.
Rather than putting your money into a Social Security fund, which is controlled by politicians, what if you could deposit that money into an account assigned to you and you alone? Annual rate of return of 6%. A $5,000 a year investment will turn into $1 million in less than 40 years.
So if you think this sounds too good to be true, you're right. Private accounts won't save Social Security. Instead, they're likely to be a disaster for people's retirements. And here's why. First of all, stock markets don't tend to do this. They tend to do this. This is the S&P 500 over the last 30 years, and yes, the general trend is upward, but see those gray lines? Those are recessions. If you turned 65 in 2002, 2008, or 2022, you would have seen a lot of your savings evaporate. In fact, American families lost 20% of their wealth from 2007 to 2009 during the Great Recession, and many families still hadn't recovered 10 years later. That's reason number one private accounts won't work. You are not protected from the risk of a downturn. With Social Security, on the other hand, your payments stay the same regardless of what the economy is doing. That's the security part. The second reason private accounts won't work is that most people can't afford to save. Life is expensive. Nearly half of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, according to a survey by Bank of America. Nearly 4 in 10 Americans can't cover a $400 emergency expense, like a broken refrigerator, a flat tire, or even a speeding ticket. Moreover, Americans owe $1.1 trillion on their credit cards and $1.7 trillion in student debt. Maybe these guys can afford to put away a lot of money every month, but many average Americans can't. For a final piece of proof that private accounts won't work, let's look to the ones that already exist. They're called 401ks. Beginning in the 1980s, companies started ditching pension plans in favor of 401ks because they're a lot cheaper for companies to administer. They work great if you're rich, not so much if you're not. For people 65 and over, the median balance of a 401k in 2023 was $88,488. Not exactly the $1 million that the folks at PragerU have promised. And that's why we need Social Security. Before it existed, half of seniors lived in poverty. Today, the senior poverty rate is about 11%, which is lower than the US poverty rate in general. There is in fact a better way to save Social Security, and that's to make rich people pay their fair share. Under current law, 6.2% of your paycheck goes to Social Security payroll taxes. Your employer kicks in too. But there's a cap on the amount of wages that are taxed. In 2025, the maximum Social Security tax anyone pays will be $10,918.20. Or to put it another way, these guys will each pay just $10,918.20 towards Social Security this year, even though Elon Musk alone got $200 billion richer in 2024. But if you increase that taxable limit, Social Security's finances would improve overnight. For example, taxing wages over $250,000 could raise as much as $1.4 trillion over 10 years. So don't believe the hype. Private accounts will kill Social Security, not save it. And the best way to fix the program is to make the billionaires do their part. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.
So here's that bonus thing for you. When Ann and I were both Democratic staffers in Congress together, we used to talk about this. It's the thing that's always driven me nuts about the Social Security privatization debate. It's what the right-wingers try to trick us about. Their entire argument conflates Social Security with bank accounts. They're trying to make Social Security sound like a savings program. It's not. If you remember only one thing about Social Security, remember this. Social Security is an insurance program. It's insurance against being too poor to keep living your lifestyle, not just one day when you retire, but in case you become disabled and unable to work. You would never want to get rid of the insurance on your house or your car because it's the thing that gives you security. And it's the same thing with Social Security. So if you know anyone who's getting sucked in by the right-wing argument, just remind them of that.